magazine. So I have all my pages here. And the first thing you want to do is you want to add all your frames before you add all your content. So you're looking at your sketches, and maybe in your sketches you have a picture here, a picture that takes up the top 2/3, and one that takes up the bottom 2/3. Notice how I'm just adding my picture frames first. Maybe I have this awesome picture on the second spread that goes across the whole page, and within it there's actually a couple smaller picture frames. I can copy and paste to have them the same size. And two, if I have multiple, I have my menu at the top change. So when one's selected, not there, but if you select more than one frame or more than one anything, you can actually align them better. Very cool feature. So I'm setting up all my picture frame boxes. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna set up all my articles. So I'm gonna have an article that obviously goes next to this one that goes next to this one. I clearly have to fill in my articles. You do or do not need, up to you if you plan on having a background color behind them. I add all my lovely text boxes. I have an awesome title that goes across here, and it has a call out here. This one, I have my text being in a cool shape. I'm going to use my pen tool because my text is going to go and do this fun squiggly space around the picture, and that will be my text box. Again, no fill on that. So instead of using the T tool, you can actually use a pin for picture frames, for text boxes, whatever you like, as needed. I'm going to my backgrounds, and maybe I have behind some of these, I have some backgrounds, some accent colors or something. Oh goodness, there's a color there, maybe behind here there's a box, goes and breaks apart the page, maybe here there's one that breaks apart the page. Start laying out your page before adding the content. Do that first. Then, when you're ready to add the content, super easy. I have the need here for a picture, and I have the need here for my article. I'm going to hit Command D and locate the picture I saved. I'm hopefully going to have a picture on here I can use. Oh look, these are grade 8s. They look happy, right? So it's too big. That's awesome. I can control click and fit to the right size. Fit frame proportionately. Fitting content proportionally sometimes makes it a little too small because it's bigger or smaller than the picture. So I have this dead space up here I don't like, so I'm actually going to cut out Toby just because it'll make the other dead space go away. So it looks a little bit more belonging. I didn't take this picture. Did not take it. So I'm going to make a little text box right here. If this was from a URL, I'm going to paste the URL here. If it's a person took it, photo cred to Miss Cassidy because she took the picture. So I did not take it. Fine to do. Just make sure you source your people if you're not the ones taking it, because that's how it would be done in the industry. And I can put that on top of it, or right there, so it's something with it. And so it's just, at least it's there. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so I've sourced my picture. Next step, I can stylize this. It doesn't have to be a box. Black cursor selected. See this lovely little yellow dot? If you click it, it turns to diamonds. Diamonds are draggable, which creates these really nice rounded frames. So how I do that is you click the yellow square and then drag the diamonds as needed, and it makes that cool rounded shape. Great option. Another thing is all these boxes around are going to print, and sometimes when you preview it, you realize that it kind of looks like my picture is just floating. So maybe I want to add a stroke to it. We talked about strokes in our masthead. Still super useful. Add some weight to it. You can change the style of the line. That gives it a little bit more edge to it. You can even just do the same deal on an empty box. So I'm going to make a box. Voila. I'm going to just have the outline on it. and no inside. I'm going to change the stroke on that. I'm going to change the style on that. And I'm going to change the color to something that's way more happy. But here now I'm able to even start layering stuff to give it that extra oomph. Things don't have to be just so simple. You can have things going the other way. Same deal, that rounded feature works on here with having the dragged corners. Easy ways to just add that extra pop to your work. So a stroke doesn't only exist on text or pictures. Every single thing you have, text boxes, whatever, may have a stroke. You just have to increase the weighting on it. So that's important to know. Another cool feature is, this is my awesome title. My awesome title. Great. Once I have my font selected and I have my size selected, okay, I have my awesome title, I have my awesome font. Whoa. Gosh, it likes to change stuff fast. Okay, we'll use this. Moonflower is great. Once you have this and you can have it centered, you can actually do a couple extra things with it to really make it pop. So there's my fun title. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the text box, Control click, and there's this effect option. Doesn't matter what you pick. Pick any. Be brave. It opens this box. All of them are in the box. Hit preview. Always look at what you're working on. The check mark adds a basic effect. It's default custom. I don't recommend using the check mark. But when you select the word, you get this whole inner menu, and you're able to really start changing the angle to be more what you're looking for. Really cool. Obviously, that's way too much. But little adjustments help make your work pop. And that gives it an extra piece of depth. So that my originally boring page, within 2 seconds of adding strokes, laying out my picture to rounded shapes, adding my text and layering it with these colors around it, not just having a simple thing. And you could have as many things as you want. Layering is key here because it lets you really showcase your style and brings your page to life, right? And adds that cool depth factor that might have been missing, or it just brings that stuff further interest, right? So little things brings the page to life, not just text box and picture boxes. But it all started with text boxes and picture boxes, right? And again, this is where that rule of thirds in the columns of being 3 really help you lay out that page. It looks pretty cool. So what did I do wrong here? My color did not bleed. Reminder, if you have color to the end, always bring it to the very end of your pleat. Awesome. Looks good.